can just
I don't like that negative attitude.
Literally, the first year I muzzleloader elk hunted, I shot at a bull and missed him.
I've never shot a buck antelope. I really would. That's probably the hardest I'm gonna hunt.
You know, and I go up over the hill where he was, and he's not there.
Even though you're not the one pulling the trigger, but dude, sharing that memory with your buddies, like that is absolutely one of the coolest things you can do.
Well, hello everyone out there. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 3 of the Addicted Hunting Podcast. And today, we're gonna talk about the 2025 hunting season and all the fun and exciting plans that we have coming for this season.
Pretty big.
I got some big stuff I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I wanna hear what you boys are doing. I wanna hear what your plans are. What are you gonna do, Cliff?
So I drew, so here in Washington, they have this tag, it's called Not Selected. So I drew that.
Nice,
Again.
not selected
not
for
selected
anything.
for anything. So
Dude,
that's-
what a joke that system is in Washington.
Yeah.
It's the same in Oregon.
It's like, I feel like it's crazy to me. Like Brian McCon, right? Like
Yeah.
his Melissa.
Yeah.
She's drawn like moose, quality
Yeah.
elk. She's drawn like a quality buck tag.
Yeah.
It's like, I've drawn, literally this is the first year in like 15 years I've drawn anything.
I haven't drawn anything since I drew a quality buck archery tag, and that was for a West Klickitat one years ago. I don't think they even have it anymore. But I drew that with like 5 points. But like other than that, like I haven't drawn elk. Drawing a moose or
Yeah, that stuff you
anything
can't
else,
expect to
yeah.
draw, but even just to get a normal bull tag or even like I have 14 cow points. How have I not drawn a cow tag?
You have 14 cow points?
Yeah.
Dude, it's gonna be a trophy cow, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. I'm like, and then the year that I get it, I'll end up shooting a bull watch.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Wasted all those years on that. Yeah. You should just do it on a year that you have to do a rifle hunt in Washington because you're gonna do something else in a different state.
Yeah, true.
That'd be the way to do it. Don't waste it on a muzzy hunt.
That's true. Well, what are you gonna do? So you didn't draw any tags. So what's your plans there?
So with season being as close as it is, I'm gonna hit the last day of archery. I did draw something. I lied. I drew a multi-season. So
Well, nice.
Yeah. So it's their opportunity to charge you more. So that's cool too.
And that multi-season, guys, if you're listening or watching this, you don't know what it is. Washington gives us an opportunity to buy or put in for a multi-season tag, which allows us to hunt archery unless we kill something. No, archery, and then you get muzzleloader unless you killed something during archery, and then you get rifle unless you killed something during muzzleloader. So you basically get to hunt all 3 seasons until you kill something.
Yeah.
Which is
a
pretty cool opportunity that they give us.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of time to be out in the woods, or it's like, again, with guiding this year, it's allowed me to go like, well, I don't have to worry about my archery hunt. Like I know I got muzzleloader to back it up. I still have my late season archery if I don't get that. I got this year, and I might hold out because I already talked to Colt. You got to give him that day off. It's Friday, Halloween. We got to go.
Oh yeah, I already planned on going that day.
Fair enough. So, but that's pretty much it. Like we got muzzleloader elk that's creeping up on us here in the next 2 weeks. So we'll be chasing elk, which is crazy.
It's September 18th right now when we're recording this podcast.
Yeah.
October 4th, the season starts for muzzleloader elk.
So we're ready to go for that. And then, I think the biggest one that we're all excited about, specifically me, I'm really excited about it, is Ohio.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it.
Well, let's start with muzzleloader elk season and talk a little bit about that, since that'll be the first thing kind of any of us are doing. Unless,
I'm gonna go hunt deer the last day of deer archery, and then the following day is the opener for muzzleloader. The unit that I'm going into, I killed a 5x8 in it years and years ago, and I've had plenty of opportunities.
Oh, so you're gonna hunt with a bow and then hunt with a
next day,
muzzleloader.
go muzzleloader.
Nice,
Yeah.
that'll be sick.
Yeah.
Is anyone going over there with you?
I think Tim's gonna go with me. Tim Todd.
Nice,
So
I
it's
like Tim.
Yeah.
Tim's awesome. I just ran into him at the gas station the other day.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Really, really good dude. So
Must have lost my invite in the mail or something.
yeah, you're busy though. You guys saw the corn in the back of your truck. But that's kind of what I'm doing. And then literally, I'll hunt those 2 days, and then we jump straight into muzzleloader elk. Yeah.
So what we do, guys, every year is we buy Weyerhaeuser permits. I think that in Washington State, having access to private timber company land is like a cheat code in some cases. It's not a guarantee. In our camp, every year it seems like we kill at least 1 or 2, maybe sometimes 3 bulls. It's not like everyone smashes them every single year. But you have a lot of opportunity versus what you would have on public land. It becomes a little tough.
Yeah. And then I think that comes down to like, you know, the timber industry and the way that they take care of clear cuts.
Yep.
Obviously, anybody that knows anything in the Northwest, you know, we know that these things thrive in these clear cuts. So that's
Well, and the reality is Weyerhaeuser owns like so much of the land.
Oh yeah.
Like where the elk live.
Yeah.
Like they just do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we do every year, guys, we get a big group of people together. It's kind of like our buddy camp. It's like our buddy hunting camp where, like, literally, I think this year we have Cliff, we have Clint,
Yeah.
we have Cameron, we have me, we have Colt, we have Mikey, and we have Dawn McLaughlin. So we have 7 guys this year in elk camp, which is going to be pretty freaking cool because we haven't had one that big in a long time.
Yeah.
So, and I like it because it allows us to cover a lot of area where we know the elk are at, and everyone gets on them and kind of finds them, and then we work together.
Divide and conquer, and then hone in. Yep.
So it's exciting. We set up a camp up there. I bring my hunting trailer. I got a side-by-side finally, which is fun, dude. Wait till you see my side-by-side.
It's the same one you had last year.
Oh, I fully pimped it out. I Marlin loaded it, bro.
It's gone
It's
full
pretty
Marlin
crazy.
mode.
It's gone full Marlin,
Yeah.
dude. Wait till you
Okay.
see it. You're gonna be like,
Sick.
seriously, bro? You got problems. That's what you're gonna say.
No, I'm not gonna say that at all. I think that's sick, dude.
Yeah,
Love
I'm
it.
excited. I got a Can-Am Lone Star Edition. It's sick.
Yeah.
It's sick. So I'm excited for that season. You know, every year, I feel like since I started hunting, for years I would hunt rifle elk. And I did rifle elk for years. And I killed a few bulls and it was fun. But like, literally the first year I muzzleloader elk hunted, I shot at a bull and missed him. And then the next 7 years consecutive, I killed bulls.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that season is just superior for our
It's
Roosevelts.
short, but
Like,
it's
they only give you 7 days, and they do that for a reason because there's so
Yeah.
many bulls killed in 7 days during muzzleloader season. And if it lines up like I think it's going to line up this year, we'll have them talking again. So you usually get some elk bugling and you get some elk talking still in that early muzzleloader season. And you sometimes get some rains, which
Yeah.
that really gets them moving around. So
yeah.
I'm super excited for that season.
Makes the woods quiet too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean September archery hunting, like doing that, like that's brutal.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you get a day of rain or whatever, like that makes it really nice. But it dries out so fast.
Were
too.
you with us last year when we drove around the day before and saw that nice fight?
Oh yeah.
So we always drive around like the last night before the season starts, and
Yeah.
we're like, "Oh, let's just go rip around and see if there's any animals out, dude."
Yeah, it was
And
the day you said you were gonna shoot anything
Yeah.
smaller than
Oh
a
yeah,
3
yeah. So
point
we
buck.
we drowned. We hit the first clear cut, and there's like 5. There's like 5 bucks, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There's like 5 forking horns and like one nice 3-point, all running through this clear cut. And so I'm like, I'm shooting one of those. I'm like, let me out of the truck.
Dude, he was gone.
I just beeline it up this hill. I get to the top of the hill, and I'm just like gassed, dude. I'm like gassed. And I'm thinking I'm going to get to the top, and these bucks are going to be right there. I get to the top, and they're like another 100 yards just beelining it. So I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna keep going. So I just keep bailing. I bail all the way through the clear cut, and I hit the other road, and I start going down the road because the bucks were kind of going this way. And sure as crap, as these guys come around to the road, I'm like on a full rest.
That's right.
Getting ready to shoot one of these things. And I don't know if I hit it or not. These guys claimed I hit it. Someone said that there was a buck limping.
But here's my favorite part though. Here's my favorite part. Remember that story where Marlon was talking about? We went back, we got the backpacks, didn't take the gun with me. Rewind that, replay. We go and I'm like, okay, I think it was like somewhere over here, and we start going, and I didn't know this at the time. Lo and behold, dude, there's a buck right there, dude. He hops up and like he's just making his way. Marlon doesn't have his muzzleloader again.
Didn't you do that in Idaho too with your rifle?
No, that was the buck that was in that nose
That was
planted
the
in
buck
the
that I
clear
just
cut.
told you about in the clear cut, the black tip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has a pattern.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a quick learner.
Lessons aren't being learned
I
here.
usually have to mess up like 3 times before I learn.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, dude. But
yeah.
anyway, so then that same day, dude, we saw just a super nice 5-point bull just hanging out in the clear cut. Of course, it's not freaking opening day, so he's just out in the clear cut living
He was
his
on
life.
like right there on that edge where he just hung out. It was so cool because it was almost like that. He knew we could see him,
But
and
he
like
didn't care.
he didn't care. It's
Isn't
like,
it crazy how
yeah.
they know?
Yeah.
I really do think. You know
Oh,
how many
they know for
times
sure.
that has happened to pretty much every hunter I know
Yeah.
that they're not in season.
Yeah.
And they do that kind of
Because
thing.
you hear that from everybody. They know.
And then the day season, they'd act completely different. If they would have saw you, he's gone.
Oh yeah.
Or you just would have balled. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's really weird.
How did they know
They
that?
have to have some sort of internal
clock, yeah.
Yeah.
But I also think it's the traffic in the woods.
For sure.
Like, I think beforehand, there's not as many people driving around or up
yeah.
in there, and then all of a sudden there's like 60 cars driving around and stuff. They're like,
That
wait,
doesn't sound like a log
something's
truck.
not right here. So yeah, that's gonna be really, really fun this year.
2 weeks.
Really fun. 2 weeks, dude.
Yeah.
I better go sight in my freaking muzzleloader, dude. The cool thing about this year, guys, in 2025, was it last year too?
We could have it last year, yep.
Yeah, but they gave us 1 power, no magnification, but 1x scopes, which in my opinion is game changing because when you're trying to shoot something with a peep sight,
You had the issue with the peep sight that kept coming loose last year and you lost the one piece.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sucks. That makes it harder.
Yeah.
He was happy about it.
I'm sure.
Thrilled.
lost it twice. Dude, I just had a season last year.
Yeah,
That's why
you
this
did.
year, dude, that's why I know for a fact this year I'm gonna just
This is
absolutely.
Marlon's year.
I'm slaughtering
This is
everything, dude.
Marlon's year.
If I have to, I'm bringing out the spotlights. I'm just kidding. I'm just totally kidding.
He's like, for $24.99, you can go kill bucks all day long.
Yeah. It's got
Dude,
an Amazon
sometimes
link or
sometimes it gets to you and you just start to imagine what it would
Yeah.
be like. Gosh.
Yeah, why do the poachers have all the luck?
Yeah, why do they kill everything?
Gosh.
Yeah, so that's going to be the elk season. I'm not doing any archery elk this year, partly because what I'm going to do a little bit later in the season, which that's going to be the next season that we need to talk about.
Oh, my
Because
gosh.
that comes butts right up to my muzzleloader season. So,
Yeah, follows, yeah.
John, for the first time this year, has invited me to come hunt with him, which I am like beyond excited and beyond grateful. I cannot wait to get on his ranch and try to kill a mule deer. I'm so stoked. So I'm literally going to leave muzzleloader camp. It ends Friday. When does the season open?
It opens the weekend before. So opening weekend, you'll still be at muzzleloader camp. I think it's the 4th.
So it opens literally the same day
Same
muzzleloader.
day. And then
Goes through the 15th, right?
the following Wednesday, I think it's 10 days.
Yeah, so I'm going to get there. Yeah, so it's the 15th.
And that's kind of when everyone's going to go. It's kind of something I've told everybody. I always think the
Temperature's cool.
the
a little bit.
latter half of the season is the best
The
part.
back half.
Yeah.
So what's the plan out there? We got some targets.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to want to pin yourself down to one thing because, there's so many deer moving around. I mean, this buck, for instance, never saw him in my whole life. Never showed up on cameras, never nothing, but he was there.
Just roaming through.
He just came through, got pushed over, was walking through, who knows, but he was there, and it's just, I've always told everyone out there, I'm like, I know you really want to get your heart set on something if you see something on the game cams or whatever, but I'm like, just keep an open mind. When you see the deer you want, you know it. And it's every time I've gone hunting. With me personally, I'm like, oh, I want this. When you see that animal you want to go after, something just clicks in your brain that you're like, that's
the one.
That's
Yeah.
the one I want to go after. It's just something about it. It's something that just,
I want one that has double drop tines, about 185 inches.
I've seen them.
Just kidding.
I've seen them.
I have video of that one from last year when I came over.
Oh, yeah.
That we were parked up looking across the road.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll never forget when we were shed hunting watching
That's
that one
the
run off.
exact buck.
yeah,
That's the
dude.
exact buck he's
Dude,
talking about.
mega.
Oh yeah, we saw it shed hunting. We thought, oh, this is where he's been living. We're gonna go down in this drainage. He's definitely dropped his antlers by now. It's like March 9th, dude. We know such make like what 20 steps down into that canyon, and here he comes. He jumps up, still got his antlers with another 3-point that's like 30 inches wide. It's massive.
There's a whole bunch of bucks. There's like 8 or 9 bucks in that group.
all still packing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Super weird.
was
Super
light.
weird. I don't know why they do that some years where they just hold on to them longer and
It's
longer.
weird.
It's really weird.
What is it, the testosterone or whatever? Like once it like fades off to a certain point.
That's what I heard, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone always told me it's cold weather. Drop some comments and let us know if you know why or when deer tend to drop their antlers. There's got to be something scientific about it and when
I don't
and why
know.
they drop
I'm not a
it.
biologist.
I just
know
go
they
out
do
and
it.
pick them up.
Same.
That's as far as the biology goes. Yeah.
But yeah, we got that going out there with the goal group of us, I think there's going to be 6 of us. Yeah, 6.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so fun. We're gonna hunt with Big Dave, hunt with Pop Off. John, Max,
Dakota.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun,
Yeah.
dude. So I've shot a couple smaller mule deer in my lifetime, guys, but I've never shot like a trophy, like a nice deer. Honestly, none other than the ones I lose.
At least you're consistent.
Yeah, exactly. Consistent in the wrong way, but I'm so excited to do that. It's gonna be a crazy season because I'm gonna literally muzzleloader elk right to John's, and then basically like 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later,
Ohio.
we'll be on Ohio. Yeah. Well,
In between us going to Ohio
that's right.
and our deer season, I was lucky enough to get a buck antelope tag, which I'm stoked. I've killed, I think, 3 doe antelope that I get.
That's like 3 more than I've killed.
Yeah. And they're pretty.
Are they going to be on your property, or you have to go somewhere else to get them?
I mean, I can hunt the whole unit. I've shot them off. The ones I've got were on my property, but it's a really, really big unit.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just like when they're there. But a roam range for an antelope is huge. I mean, you could see them one day, and the next day they'll be in a whole nother county. They just cover ground, and it's like
And they love to run.
oh man, they run like no other. It's just, and so if they're not there, I'm gonna have to start searching around, looking to see where they're at. And I mean, optimally, I'd like to see if I can go get some permission, because a lot of them they're sitting in these big open ag fields. So I'm gonna see if I can get permission, because I've never shot. I think I had 13 or 14 points that I had. So that's 13, 14 years I've been putting in for it. So
So the cool thing is that golden ticket winner that we brought out here from Wyoming. He's like, come out whenever you want, shoot as many antelope as you want. He's like, I have access all over the place. Big hunter. So we got to go out to Wyoming and do some of it.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Have you ever ate antelope?
They're like
before?
rabbits out there in Wyoming. They're everywhere. No, I've never eaten it. I've heard it's really good.
Oh, dude, it is. My dad, like, every antelope I've shot, he's like, you're giving me half of it. I'm just like, what?
Pay the tax,
I
man.
did. He's like, you're gonna give me half of it.
Yeah.
So he loves it, and it is really good. It's like almost every steak cut of it's like a backstrap.
Oh.
They're just delicious. So.
You have to take care of them quickly, though, right? Like I've heard if you don't get them iced and cold.
And their hair is like
hollow.
and it sticks to everything. You have to be real careful handling the hide, which I've learned through just gutting them and skinning them, and you just got to be really careful.
Which makes sense how those critters can live like in such desolate, even cold and hot climates, like based on their fur, because it's hollow. Like this is the craziest. I didn't believe that. And then I finally saw something
it's
about
crazy
it.
when you're skinning them. It gets everywhere. You have to be so careful.
That's weird.
Yeah. So I think, because I've never shot a buck antelope, that's probably the hardest I'm gonna hunt.
They're probably the same as the doe antelope, but different.
Yeah. but
You know how,
male,
you know how you can tell?
Because just the way it is.
Just by the way it is.
by the way it is.
Exactly.
I don't really know much. I mean, I do know a little bit, but like field scoring them, not
Hooks.
really.
Just look for them hooks.
Well, and the mass and stuff.
Just big old hooks.
It's. I mean, you can. I've seen a lot, but I've never really.
I watched a lot of hunting shows.
Just shoot one like the one on your shirt and you'll be good.
That's why we're at.
Be a solid start.
It's a good omen. I'm gonna think it into existence.
Yeah.
So
You're going to get one.
I hope.
I want to shoot one of those one day too. That's why when the guy from Wyoming was like, dude, come on out. He's a
Yeah.
big elk hunter
Don't
and stuff
threaten me
too.
with a
So
good time.
he seemed like a really cool dude.
But yeah, I think so. That's October 18th. And I think it's a 10-day season as well, or something like that, 10 or 9 days.
Yeah, I'll be
then-
rifle hunting with the wife.
Then we all dive right into Ohio.
Then we go to Ohio. We need to talk about that. We got to let Cliff in on game here.
Dude, I don't even know anything about it.
So here's the deal. So we're going to tell everyone about Ohio because Cliff doesn't know about it either. So this lease in Ohio, Cliff, is really freaking cool because it's an old Kentucky Derby horse farm place. So they used to raise like Kentucky Derby horses at this lease. This guy has, at one point, the farm was like 12,000 acres or 14,000 acres or something. And he donated like 8,000 acres to the Ohio State parks. So we have our lease, which is 3,500 acres, and then there's 8,000 acres of parks surrounding our lease. So untouched, That's what I think
park
too.
deer?
Just park deer everywhere, dude. That's just untouched.
Perfect.
Yeah, man. So, and then the cool thing is this guy who owns the original owner of it, his son, of course, owns it now because the guy's passed on, was like really famous, like hung out with presidents, and like Teddy Roosevelt's like stayed in the same house that we're at. Like he's flown out
For
there.
real?
Yeah, it stayed.
Wow.
And the guy built like
I think it was President Ford.
or Ford.
Yeah.
Either way, there was a
No,
president
I'm not
there.
as impressed.
Yeah.
No, it was
Never
Roosevelt.
mind.
You quit ruining my story. It was
Yeah,
Roosevelt.
yeah.
But anyway, the guy was like such a big hunter, and he used to do all these African hunts, and he fell in love with like the African culture, that he built like an African hunting lodge.
He like imported a lodge that's where we stay.
No
And we get to
way,
stay in
dude.
this, and you walk in, and he's got like the Grand Slam of the sheep on the wall where you can shoot all 4 of them or whatever. And he's just got stuff, just epic stuff everywhere. All this like Pirates baseball memorabilia that's worth like who knows what.
He's the owner of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, he owned the Pittsburgh Pirates for like 40 years.
Yeah. He's got like game-winning jerseys from like Honus Wagner. I mean,
Crazy
any
stuff.
of you baseball people out there know who Honus Wagner
Oh yeah,
is.
you're like sitting at the table eating dinner, and there's a hand-painted LaFleur, which is basically like one of the most famous painters ever.
I was gonna say
Of the Pittsburgh Pirates. He like commissioned the guy to paint this thing for him, and we asked one of the hosts one time like what it was worth, and he's like, oh, I don't know, a few million. Just like I'm like, okay, a few million. So every time I'm sitting there, I like try to stay away from that.
Actually,
Don't slip that spaghetti noodle
Yeah,
too hard.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
flick it on the
exactly.
pan, you know?
Yeah. But you're gonna love it, dude, because there's stuff like that all over the house. And then the one thing that we are doing this year, John, and we have to freaking do it.
coyotes.
No.
Oh.
We are fishing that pond, dude. There is wipers in there. Have you ever seen a wiper?
So
It's a
white-
striped bass and a white bass mixed, and they get like decently big, and they're super aggressive. We have to do it.
whopper, plopper, wipers.
And there's cat.
There's largemouth and stuff in there. Oh, and then the river that runs right through the farm has like monster flathead catfish, like 60 pounders.
We're going noodling.
No, we're not.
Oh, we're not going noodling.
You can
guys.
go noodling. I'll watch.
I don't know anything about noodling.
The question is do we want to try to film? Should we try to film at least with like GoPros?
Yeah,
It's gonna be
we
so
should.
hard, dude. I can just.
I don't like that negative attitude.
This is my experience, Cliff. I'd never hunted whitetails until last year, and I realized real quick you cannot move.
You cannot
Yeah.
move, dude.
Even when I was pulling up my rangefinder to range them,
Yeah.
I would just be as subtle and slow, and as soon as I went like this, they're just boom, instantly locked onto me, and I'm like, I barely moved, and he saw that. It's like you can't to film that, to self-film it at least. It's gonna. I mean, you either have to leave it running as soon as you get in there, but
Have it on the loop.
yeah,
That's all you can do.
Beepers off.
Yeah.
Dude, so it's funny that you say that because the first year I hunted over there, literally second day in a tree stand. I hunted the evening before, and then I'm in there the next morning, second day. And I get in the tree stand, and you sat at the Allen stand is so terrible. It's like you're like sitting up
not
against
a
the
good
tree,
sit.
and you're like, dude, it's horrible. It's a really good spot, but it just is so uncomfortable. It sucks. So I'm sitting in it, and there's deer coming like all morning, like freaking from all different directions, all just coming in. And then it dies. And so then I'm like not paying attention. I'm like on my phone. You'll be on your phone a lot.
Oh,
when you're
yeah.
sitting in the tree stands.
Yeah.
So I'm like on my phone. I don't remember what I was doing. I think I had it like super low, and I was like watching gambling or whatever because I love to watch slot machines online. And literally I hear, and I look to my left, and this buck is like coming down the hill. And I'm like, oh my God. And my crossbow's like over here. I'm not ready at all. I got my phone in my freaking hand. And so I swing around to grab my crossbow, and the tree stand goes, ting! And makes this like the loudest like noise, dude, that you've ever like echoed through the whole woods. And that buck lets out this like snort wheeze, like he knew something was wrong, but he didn't do what most whitetail do. He like let out the snort wheeze. He did like 2 bounds and stopped perfectly broadside. Gave me just enough time to grab my crossbow that quick, flip around from behind me, and drop him. It was epic. It was like one of those things that just, all the stars just aligned perfectly.
I snort wheezed a whitetail in before and shot it with a bow and
Oh, it works.
Yeah.
The snort wheeze works so good, dude. You call him in quite a bit with that.
It was the first time I've ever rattled a buck in, and it was crazy.
It's so fun.
You
was
was really
crazy.
into that for blacktail.
Yeah, I got a few to come in blacktail, but not like whitetail, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and now we're going November 3rd, dude. The earlier season, way more chance at getting those things to respond to rattling, because they're still fighting for territory and trying to like.
That split brow buck that we kept seeing all over the place that you were considering shooting, I had him come in, and I'd never rattled before. It was new to me, and I had like one of those little bags with the plastics that you just kind of go like this with. And I'd rattled, and here he comes, just stomping, snort wheezing, circles around looking for where this rattling's coming from. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is cool. And then he takes off again, and I'm like, I knew I wasn't gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to just like try some stuff to see what gets his attention. So I like rattle again just to see if he'll come back. He goes to the edge of the brush line directly away from me. I rattle again. Here he comes right back in, right in the middle, mills around, stomping.
That's so cool.
Just like going
Just that
crazy. Dude,
experience.
he was just ready for a fight. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, this is so cool.
Dude, that's why I fell in love with whitetail. So then the year before last, because this is after these guys telling me rattling doesn't work.
Right.
And I'm like, okay.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, so anyway, so I'm sitting in, I don't remember what we call that stand. What's that stand that I was sitting in? I don't think you ever sat in it. Anyway, I'm sitting in one of the stands that you're like 30 feet up in the air, dude. When you're up there, it's like way up, way up. And I'm sitting there and it was boring. There was like no action. It's like this one of those evenings where I hadn't really seen anything. And I'm like, damn, thinking this is so lame.
Wasted a night.
No, it was like above treetops.
Was it upper treetops?
No, it was above that one.
Oh.
Super treetop.
I don't remember.
Mega treetop.
I don't remember what they call it. They have a name for it, but I forget what it's called. But anyway, so I'm sitting in it, and dude, what you're gonna realize in Ohio, you're gonna immediately come to hate the squirrels. The squirrels are so. Every time
why
you hear,
Remington
dude,
made
they
that
sound
commercial.
like deer.
Yeah.
Like they sound like deer. It's
Like
freaking
the
so
Take
annoying.
Back the Woods commercial.
Yeah, yeah.
What you doing, hunting stuff?
Yeah, exactly. So you start to get like almost numb to noises because you're just hearing squirrels and stuff all the time, and the leaves are all crunchy and stuff.
Sure is quiet out here.
And so I'm like sitting there and I hear like some crunches behind me and I don't look, and then I hear them again and I don't look. Well, then I'm like, I don't know, that sounds a little bit louder than normal. So then I just like glance over my right shoulder and this buck is like crossing the ravine, and he's big. I mean, he's 160, easy, like super tall, nice buck. And I doe bleed at him, and he just doesn't even, he just doesn't even pretend to like
Care at all.
Snort wheeze at him, doesn't care. Well, then he gets kind of like up on the bench, and I didn't have my antlers ready. I was kind of waiting for him to get away from me so I could grab him because I didn't want to be too loud.
Yeah.
I grabbed him, dude, and I know I like barely touched him together, like click, click, and he just on a string just turned around and came running back like to where he was, and then he came on
And
to
he
the
doesn't
bench,
see anything.
and he was like looking.
Yep.
He was looking, and I couldn't rattle at this point because he's looking right at me.
Yeah.
He's like trying to see where the noise was coming from. And he didn't see it. So then he like turned around and he went down this little ravine that I couldn't see. And so then I just start smashing him together, like getting super aggressive. And then he's just gone. I'm like, where is he? Well, then all of a sudden I catch something like 100 yards like downhill. He was trying to circle to get wind.
Get wind, yep.
So I look down at my binos and he's like circling and he's coming like straight to me on a freaking string. And I'm smashing these antlers together like loud. And I wait till he gets about 40 yards and I put the antlers down and he's just freaking beelining to me on a string. And I'm like, this thing's gonna come right to me. And sure as shit he does. He comes right to me, dude. I'm perfectly set up. I had already ranged where I was gonna shoot him. It's 19 yards. I take the shot and it's a good shot. Like I know it's a good shot. I watched it. And he like runs up over the hill and I can hear like crashing. I'm like, dude, he's dropped. I'm like, he's freaking done. And so I call John. I'm like, buck down. And it was good, dude. Way bigger than that one I shot. Like way bigger. I don't know how big, but he was just nice. And so I waited like 20 minutes, but I'm thinking, this thing's dead. I'm like, he was 19 yards, dude. And I had a perfect rest. Like he's gone. And I get out of my tree stand. Like I'm on the phone with John. I'm like, oh, I'll call you back. I got to go make sure he's dead right here, you know? And I go up over the hill where he was, and he's not there. And I'm like, oh my God. And so then I'm like looking everywhere. I'm like looking with my binos. I'm trying to find him, and I take like 2 more steps, and he's like 60 yards that way, and he had bedded down like in some pretty thick brush, and he pops up and like runs up to the top of the hill and starts doing that thing that whitetail do when they know there's danger. No, dude. It was like like he was letting out like these death screams, dude. They were like the most. Any deer within 500 yards left that area and was never coming back. Like, and so then I'm like, if I can, he was like hurting though. I could see blood and stuff like dripping down him and crap. Like he was jacked. And so I'm thinking, okay, if I can get to that tree stand, it's 65 yards, and I'm gonna just take another shot at him because he was standing there broadside. So I sneak my way to it, and he just stands there the whole time screaming, the whole time. Like, no, I'll show you the video. I took a video of it because he's just nonstop. Like the weirdest noise you've ever heard, screaming, right? And I get to 65 yards, and right as I'm getting ready to pull up, he just boom, 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 and does like 5 more bounds and goes down over the hill. So then I just start running full sprint. I'm like, okay, if I can get to the top of this hill, I can get a shot.
Yeah.
I get to the top of the hill, and then he's down in the ravine running even further. And then I saw him circle this way, and so then I just backed out. I backed out, I went up to the top, I called John and them. We all came back in there like 2 hours later with like 6 guys, never found him.
You know what the moral of the story is?
Make a better shot.
Hour.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, okay,
But when you think you make from now on, no matter what, when I shoot one, unless I see the fricker drop, like I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Always.
I kind of like have like a contradiction to that because I've heard it both ways. Guys say wait an hour, but then I've also heard, and I forget who I was listening talk to on a podcast about this, and it really makes sense. Is like when you let them lay down and butt up or do something to stop their bleeding. Stop their bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
They'll
bleed internally.
Well,
they're gonna bleed internally.
Maybe.
Not maybe. Like if you pass an arrow or bullet through them, they will bleed.
My bull that we lost in Idaho. We waited 48 minutes. And Sean found the blood trail, dude. And I'm telling you, I've told you this story 5 times, but these guys haven't heard. Dude, it looked like a horsing. There was all this white rock, and it looked like Freddy Krueger had come in there and just frickin' taken blood and just frickin' shot it in every direction you could ever shoot blood, right? We get on this trail, and the whole time Sean and them are like, he's dead, dude. Because you could clearly tell it was lung blood.
Right.
They're like, he is smoked. Like, he ain't making it far for sure. But the problem was he was kind of going like slightly uphill. And so we were like, this ain't good. Like he's going uphill.
Uphill's
That's
never
good. But it's not like a steep incline. And whenever he'd get to like a really big incline, he'd turn down and side hill it. So we're following it. We don't know for sure, but we think we hear something jump. And it's like up over the hill, right?
Yeah.
We get up over the hill, and where he had bedded down, if we would have just waited an hour before we left, dude, there was a pile of blood. Like coagulated blood where he was laying down like this big, dude. And then what happened was when he got up, Sean said this is what elk do, and he thinks that they're way smarter than what people think. He thinks that bull was on the ground like trying to like stop his wound from bleeding. Because you could see where he was like
rubbing it up against mud.
And he was like trying to get stuff into the wound.
Yeah.
And the second that coagulated blood came out and then he got up out of that bed, the blood basically turned into like nothing.
Yep.
Like he was able to stop the blood with whatever he did, and we were just getting little drips, and we followed him for like 5 miles.
Yeah.
On blood for 5. Even Sean kept saying, I don't even know how we keep, because he was getting frustrated.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I don't even know how we keep finding blood. He's like, we gotta go. He's like, it's getting dark. And I just didn't want to give up. Like I just was like,
it's hard.
Yeah, and we were 13 and a half miles into the backcountry.
Dude, I liver shot, well, the big buck that I killed in where I'm going this next weekend. I shot him the night before. I bumped him the next morning. I left him because I knew I hit him back. And liver, they'll bleed. But I bumped him the next morning. I mean, it's like from here to the door. There's this little bird on the ground. It's going crazy. And then all of a sudden, just the bushes just explode. And I mean, I'm like over at like your house. Like it's a bring your own bush kind of country. It's the only place he can hide. And I mean, I sat there, I watched him, and he's hunched up. He's jacked up. But dude, those big animals, like especially, I think this is what I believe is like the bigger, the older they are, the tougher they are. And that's why it's like, for me, I'm one of those guys, I am way conservative when it comes to it. If I'm even hesitant on a shot, I'm like, no. I got buddies.
So the problem is, dude, is like, and I can replay it over and over again in my head, but it's like, I know I took a good shot. It was 41 yards. He was fully broadside.
Yeah.
But if I would have just waited, Sean had that thing on a string, dude. Like, he was working it over. He was calling it, and it was coming. Like, it was holding up, and it was stopping and stuff, but it was like, it would run like 5 yards and then stop and then bugle and chuck us, and he was barking at us, and he was
so sick.
But dude, he would not come like fully committed. He was smart. He just kept stopping and then stopping and then stopping.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm like, screw it. The next time he stops behind thick brush, I'm gonna make a move. And so he stopped behind thick brush, and I just went super fast and got a window and ranged him. And I could just see a window like this big of just his full broadside. And this is why I told you guys I never saw the bull.
Yeah.
Because he was in like such good timber that the shot that I took was just an opening in the timber. It wasn't like, the bull never came out in the open, so I never got to see how big he was, nothing.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he was.
Yeah.
I just knew I had a window at 41 yards, and that's an easy shot.
Yep.
So, and the blood,
Well,
dude, the arrow was
till
full pass through.
Blood's pumping and everything, dude.
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys. Like I
Sean said, dude, he came up to me and gave me a huge hug. He's like, dude, you smoked him. He's like, he's like, you were so calm and collected and cool. He's like, I watched the arrow fly. He's like, he's dead. And we found the arrow full pass through, just lung blood all over the arrow. Like foamy, pink, just, dude, I smoked him. I smoked him.
I mean, they'll go a long way on one lung.
And then get this, Tyler Chenoweth. Have you ever heard this story?
Well, maybe.
Well,
We'll see.
I don't know what they were doing, but they were hunting some elk in a unit that I can't talk about.
Yeah.
And he literally shot the thing in a leg and hit an artery in its leg and killed it.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I've heard of that happening.
I'm like, here I am making a perfectly broadside like shot at lungs that are this big, and then this guy kills it with a leg shot.
Go back to some of like the Primos like videos back in the day. Like you look at some of those shots, and I'm like, there's no way, dude. And the bull tips over right there on camera. I'm like, they must make the Rockies a little weaker than the Roosevelts or
Yeah,
something.
dude, I don't
Because you're
know,
just
man.
like, what the hell is going on here?
And then the hard thing, dude, the thing that was the hardest ever, was we looked for that bull literally all day. We shot him at 10 a.m. We did not leave until it was dark.
Yeah.
The entire time, there was bulls bugling all around us. Literally, every direction that you could hear, there was bulls bugling. It was sick. And I was the only one with a tap.
Well, you got to do you did the right
Yeah.
thing. Your due
Yeah. Oh,
diligence
yeah.
of recovering that
No.
animal. Do you have
Yeah.
to? Like, as tempting as it is, like you have a responsibility
Yep.
towards
And you know
it.
what
Like,
sucks? We had to leave the next day. Last day of the hunt.
Oh.
yeah. But the responsibility of going after
Yeah, I
it
had
is
to.
like it's like I know guys that
I would have slept in there.
I know guys that
Like-
would have sit and go out and they'd look for it for a bit and then they say, oh, it's not dead, and they go out and try and arrow another bull, and it's like,
Dude,
You
I
gotta
told
put in
Sean,
your
I'm like,
best
I'm ready
effort.
to pull out my emergency blanket and sleep right here on the ground on this last blood and stay in here tonight. And I just couldn't talk those guys into doing it, and I wasn't going to do it by myself.
Which is wild, because I would think of anybody that was going to do it, it would be him.
Dude, I wanted to so bad. But Sean was...
I'll share.
Dude, Sean was just tired. He was worn out, dude. We had
Yeah.
hunted our asses off that week. We were hiking in gnarly country. That's the one thing I'll say about Idaho is it's fun, and they got a lot of animals, but it is not for the weak. Like, you have to be able to hike. You got to be able to hunt your ass off to kill animals there. It ain't as easy as what people think.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some units are, right? But
Not where you were.
it's not... Dude, you're hunting like 8 or 9, 10, 11,000 feet of elevation. Like, it's...
For us flatlanders.
Yeah, it's-
Down here, dude. Sea level.
it's not that flat here.
Yeah, I mean, we're... that.
I mean, it is for us. Like,
Yeah.
500 feet elevation
Yeah.
where we're hunting.
Yeah, I guess.
900 feet.
Yeah.
Like, we're hunting low, super low
Yeah, I guess so.
for our
altitude.
Roosevelts. But...
It's the altitude that gets you.
Oh, but there's definitely some hills and some crappy stuff.
Oh,
you gotta,
yeah.
oh yeah, it ain't easy. Yeah, but it's more the altitude. So, well, what else are we gonna talk
We
about
totally
here, boys?
well. I mean, we talked about Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah, then I went down. I had to tell some old stories, guys, because we just had to. It just
Yeah.
got down.
That's what
we
it's
got
about.
Down, we got down the rabbit holes.
I think you hit your goals.
We got down the
Kill
rabbit
everything.
holes.
What's after Ohio for us?
Nothing for me, really.
I got my bird seasons.
I'm hoping by then well, yeah, I should be tagged out by then. But
I get into full-on sportsman show mode, dude, and it just becomes just a grind for me
Yeah.
getting ready for the sportsman shows.
We should actually all try and go like to North Dakota.
It'd be fun. What's the bird seasons?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's bird season is usually all fall, like typically in October all the way through December, for most anywhere. I'm not exactly sure on North Dakota, but
Yeah.
I mean it's the the pheasant is there.
But when you get done deer hunting, you just go right into bird hunting.
Yeah, because bird hunting it actually opens the weekend that you're coming out.
Oh, okay.
So we could go out and shoot birds if we wanted to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really want to. I've never been to North Dakota. I really want to go there. I want to take Knox there with me. It'd be cool to bring some buddies and just go and get after some birds, pheasants, dude.
I'm ready, dude. Like I said, I have like this much experience doing it. Usually it's me. The only experience I have bird hunting is me and Lonnie jump shooting ponds with ducks and then Vancouver Lake pheasant that they just like throw out in the field and say, go shoot them.
Yeah.
Like,
They're more apt to run from you than fly away.
Yeah, exactly. That's about my extent to bird hunting. So I'm down, dude. I'm so excited to do it.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Sounds like we got a fun season for all of us this year.
Yeah. I got my wife's tag that hopefully she can get out and fill. But other than that, like it's...
Oh my gosh, I didn't even talk about the last thing I get to do. November 30th to December 8th, I drew a West Klickitat late season muzzleloader hunt.
That's right.
So I will be over in West Klickitat. So if anyone's listening to this podcast and they have some private land in West Klickitat that they want to let me come hunt, feel free to hit me up.
Only if it has big bucks on
Yeah,
it.
only if it has big bucks. But yeah, dude, West Klickitat late season. First tag I've drawn in Washington in literally 15 years.
Yeah, that'll be a great tag.
So-
It's a long time to wait.
Yeah, it's
A
really
long time.
I'm excited. John's going to come. It's going to be sick.
Cole's going with us, isn't he?
Yep, he's going to come for
Dude, I
some.
might have to go.
Yeah, dude, the more the merrier. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
At least if you guys come for like, some of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably set up a camp and try to, really go hard at getting them.
Yeah. Like
So-
if that's the case, I'll really make my goal to kill my deer early because I want to go like do that because that area is.
Yeah, I told Colt we need to bring a couple rafts and potentially float into the canyons.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not even a tag that I have. My buddy drew a really coveted tag for out where I'm at. I think
What tag?
Oh, well. They only issue they only issue 5 of them.
Oh, better look that up. Look at the 5.
And yeah, he drew it, and I think it's like the only rut hunt for mule deer with a rifle.
Wow.
And you have the potential to kill a giant.
Wow.
I'm really excited. It's not even my tag.
Dude, that's the thing is that I want to hit on that is like it, and I feel like it's as I've gotten older. Like, dude, when your buddies draw a tag,
Oh, you want to be there.
Dude, like I've told every single one of my buddies, if you draw a moose tag, if you draw a goat tag, if you draw a sheep tag, like any tag you draw that's like
Rare.
with my season, done.
Yeah.
Like I'll try to kill one early, or I will wait till after. Like that's typically where archery comes into play for me. Is there's units that I can hunt till December 31st. So to me, I don't even care. It's like going and being a part of that and being part of like an absolutely epic hunt. Even though you're not the one pulling the trigger, but dude, sharing that memory with your buddies, like that is absolutely one of the coolest things you can do. For some people, they just want to go and kill stuff. I just want to go be part of it. I mean, you get a group of buddies together and go like down a giant. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, that's one thing, shout out to Sean Keller because he's one of my super good buddies that moved to Montana, dude. He did that for me 3 years in Idaho.
yeah.
Sacrificed his own elk hunting season. 2 of the years he didn't even have elk hunting tags in the unit that I was in. He just came over to help me call and try to
Sean's a great dude.
kill an elk. So
Great dude.
yeah. And I got to put one last disclaimer at the end of this episode. The story that I told about my buddy Tyler is probably like wrong. There's probably a lot of it that I missed with the shooting the leg. And it might not have even been him. I don't even know. But I just know that there was a story like that where they made like a dumb shot and then still got the bull, which is crazy. So, all right, we got to end it. It's getting late, boys and girls. But just want to say once again, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, and supporting the Addicted Hunting Podcast. Don't forget, drop some comments, subscribe, tell your friends and family. We're going to keep putting these out very regularly. And I have the Addicted Hunting YouTube channel linked down below, which we will have some hunts hitting that channel this year as well. So thank you guys so much for listening, watching, and everything that you do to support us. Until next time, we'll see you guys in the woods.
Yeah, or not.
So I went back with Cliff and Colt, and I kind of left those other elk alone, knowing that we could go back to them. Zach had them patterned, and he had a cell cam.
I listen. I'm half deaf, so the listening part's not so good sometimes.
And he's like, hey, moron, the bulls were in my camera at noon.
Yeah.
And I'm belly crawling along the fence line, and I see him, and one buck is bedded up, and the other 3 are laying down.